Hi, welcome to Pasta Tuesday. Today we're going to do a recipe for cream puffs. Okay, our ingredients are going to be a cup of water, a stick of butter, which I'm going to put over here because I already have a stick of butter in our pan, which I will explain later. We have a cup of flour, a tablespoon of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon and a half of baking powder, and 4 eggs. We get our cup of water, put it in a saucepan, and our stick of butter, and put that in the saucepan. We cut the butter in cubes, and so it melts a little quicker. Then we take the flour, add the baking powder to the flour, stir it a bit, and remove the butter and the water from the burner. Dump the cup of flour into the butter and the water. Stir this butter and flour and water until it becomes a ball. And you also have your baking powder and salt in there. I'm going to add the salt now. Okay. This we keep beating until it forms a ball. With a wooden spoon, that is the best utensil to use for this, because it gets kind of heavy as we go along. I'm making this also for someone special, my cousin Linda, who requested this recipe from me, and I'm preparing it with her in mind. We kind of grew up together with the same family customs, and cream puffs was one of our delicacies in our family. We had them on special occasions. Now once that forms a ball, you're going to let it cool a bit so the eggs don't curdle. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin to crack one egg in a second and add it to the mixture. This is way too hot for this to add the eggs to. So in the meantime, I will tell you, before you begin, you can have 2 cookie trays, and you could put a light oil on them or a spray so they won't stick after, and dust them with flour. So I have 2 set up here ready for the oven, and I also have 2 platters with doilies on them for when they come out of the cookie trays. And you can use cupcake papers for them. And a good idea for the cream puffs is that you can fill them with cream. We're going to do a regatta filling at another time. I'm just showing you how to make the basic puff. You can also use the puff as an entree. You can fill them with broccoli and cheese. You can do a shrimp appetizer inside of them, either a shrimp Newburg, something in that order. And there's many recipes for the cream puffs that you can make. Now this is cooling. Now what we do is we take our 4 eggs. I like to crack one at a time in a separate bowl. And make sure there's no shells in either one. You add 1 egg at a time. And you do as my mother said. When it forms peach slices, you know you have the batter coming correctly. As you can see, the ball of dough has been taken away by the egg, and it forms what we call peach slices. And you keep beating it until that egg is well mixed and you start to get the ball back again. I hope you can see all this, Linda, and you out there who are interested in making cream puffs. They are delicious. It's quick and easy, no rolling pin, no board, just 1 pot, 1 wooden spoon, and your ingredients. Alright, that's back to a ball again. So now we can add the second egg. Now it gets a little tougher because it starts to be where you have to constantly beat it and get it back to the peach slices again. And wait till it comes back to a ball. It will get less and less of a ball as you go along by the time you reach the fourth egg. So here we come back to the ball again, scraping the sides. And, good exercise for the arms. Okay, we're up to the third egg. And it's back to the peach slices again. Keep mixing. And it's coming back to more like a batter type, heavier type, like a cake batter. You're losing the ball now, and that's what you want. Oops. Peach slices again. Coming back to that cake batter type feeling. Okay, now it is ready for the pan. How do we tell that? Well, what we do is you take the batter and you see if it can be dropped by teaspoonfuls and stay at the top. It sort of does that. And now you're ready for your pan. So what we're going to do here is start our cookie pans here. You drop by large teaspoonfuls onto the pan, like so. And you continue until you have used all your batter. I believe it makes about 24 cupcakes, 24 cream puffs. And you put them about 2 or 3 inches apart. I'm doing it about, I guess, almost 2 inches apart. Some people can use your fingers to mold them. You'd have to wet them a little. And a real good tip to know is a lot of times when I make the cream puffs, I notice sometimes they have a tendency of deflating. You must leave them in the oven long enough. That doesn't look like quite enough. And I believe you must leave them in for at least 40 minutes, at least. And when you take them out, I have like a skewer. I'll show you when I'm finished here. And you poke little holes in them to let some of the condensation come out of them. Okay. So right now we made about 12 cream puffs, and we have more for another try. We continue. You can work with the batter a little bit. You can make them larger, like I said, and fill them with different kind of dishes. You can use them as a side dish, an appetizer, a main course, a dessert. various uses for this simple delicacy. We had these in our house. I was totally amazed when my mom first showed me how to make these. I couldn't believe they were this simple and out of one pan. Okay, there's a little more batter in there, but right now I'm going to show you that this was the way they turn out on the pan. Again, you had a cup of water, a stick of butter, a cup of flour, a teaspoon of sugar, salt, and baking powder. Okay, and I have the finished product in the oven that I can show you. Before I put the next batch in, this is what you will get when you put them in, and they bake for 40 minutes. And what you want to do is you want to get your skewer and you want to poke a hole in them to take out some of the condensation. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that, Linda, and all of you out there, and I hope you enjoy making cream puffs. Thank you.